Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I'm going to do a little something different in this video. I'm going to do a silent shave. Obviously I'm talking now. I didn't talk while doing the shave, so I'm overdubbing this later. So in this video we're going to be shaving with RazoRock's Dead Sea Salt soap. This is the third in a series of 3 videos on unique soaps / creams. We've done the pine tar, and then we did charcoal, and now we're on to Dead Sea Salt. So in addition to using the RazoRock Dead Sea Salt soap, we'll be using the RazoRock Chrome Plus Soft synthetic brush and the RazoRock self-lubricating open comb razor. We'll be using the XXX aftershave from RazoRock and the RazoRock alum stick or alum block as well. But before we get into the shave, we're going to use some Mr. Joe pre-shave soap from RazoRock. You can see it there barely. The label's not waterproof. I took the label off of the shrink-wrapped soap when I purchased it about a year ago, and stuck it in a old Burt's Bees like hand salve canister, and it's gotten wet, and so the label's fallen off a bit. So this is going to be a full RazoRock shave, except for the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements shatterproof travel scuttle, which you see me lathering in now. And I'm really loading more than lathering. I'm getting a bit of a load in there. You saw the boiling kettle at the beginning. Again, in this video with the funnel, I poured the water from the hot kettle into the scuttle. And the nice thing about the scuttle, what that does is keeps the, as many of you know, keeps the shaving cream and the brush, you leave it in the scuttle, warm while you're doing the pass. I should note here I have my scuttle over by the sink because I pushed the rubber stopper all the way in by accident several months ago, and so water splashes out. I need to get a replacement cork at like Hobby Lobby or something. So you can see here I'm using the Mr. Joe from RazoRock, the pre-shave. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be sort of a lime scent. It's mentholated. The way I like to use my pre-shave soaps is I put them on, and then I like to use like a hot towel or hot washcloth to hold on my face for a little bit while I let that pre-shave kind of do its work. So I don't lather directly on top of pre-shave. I tend to put a hot towel over it, and it kind of, it's almost like a washing the face ahead of time. But obviously the hot rag, warm rag, helps to soften the hairs and soften the beard up to be ready to be shaved. So yeah, I've enjoyed using the electric kettle for a couple times now to warm the scuttle water, and also I pour the rest of it in the sink, so that's my shave water, and also to heat up that towel. So you can see here quite a bit of lather on the RazoRock Plus Soft synthetic brush, chrome brush. And I built quite a bit of lather in the bowl, as you saw, but as I put it on here I could tell it was still a little pasty. So I do go back in a moment and get some more water. So a word about Dead Sea Salt. If you look, research has actually shown that it's associated with helping like eczema and psoriasis. A lot of people use it to reduce inflammation. Many of the ways that people would use Epsom salt. I know that the website RazoRock, it says that his uncle had long wanted to create a shaving soap with Dead Sea salt in it, and so they did. And this has been out several years now, and I've actually tried the sample once before, but this is my second time, and it's my first time reviewing it. I went in and got a little more water to get this a little bit more to the consistency I wanted, and you can see it's starting to get a little thicker there. The scent on this soap is very clean scent. You can see the ingredients here. You do sort of feel the sea salt, not real prominently, and you know, it may be in my mind, but to me it feels a little bit like some of you remember how Noxzema used to feel, like that old school Noxzema. It's hard to kind of, I guess you can find it anymore, but you don't see it that often. That you would use to, you know, wash your face. It has that like those little beads in it, sort of. That's the best description I know. This you could feel it, but on a much more micro level, like little bit. You know, you could feel the possibility of the sea salt being in there. So I'm using the RazoRock self-lubricating open comb razor. The neat thing about that is it has an open comb where you would normally have like the safety bar on a razor, but it also has an open top on the razor, which allows the lather to pass through from the open comb bar up to the top of the razor and actually lubricate the blade itself. Which is good for people who are buffers like me, meaning I go back over the same place I shaved, or I've already, you know, done, you know, pulled the razor through and there's no cream there, at least visibly. Now I can tell you this soap had great residual slickness, great primary slickness. Really pleased with this. It was nice to have this shave to follow up the rough shave I had with the charcoal soap. You know, I just did not enjoy that shave. It wasn't relaxing. It was kind of irritating, and you saw I cut myself a couple times in that one. This shave, very enjoyable. So yeah, we're on the first pass here, and that area that I was in just then is sort of the most difficult area for me in terms of getting a baby bottom smooth BBS shave, because my hair and the whiskers in that area on my neck swirl quite a bit. My beard swirls quite a bit there in that area, so it's hard often to get those whiskers knocked down in that area. Yeah, this soap really pleased with. I was pleased with the first time. Now I have to say, the first time that I used it, I liked it, but I wasn't blown away by it. I thought the scent was, you know, nice and clean. But I appreciate it more this time. Like it had it stood out. Just checking from that first one, yeah, great primary and residual slickness, very nice. Moving on here to the second pass. Yeah, one of the reasons I decided to try this silent shave, is because I really enjoy being able just to shave and not having to think of words while I'm shaving. It's kind of my me time, my self-care time, and so I made it a little more peaceful to not talk, but just to sort of do like I would normally do. Actually, I frequently will watch Paul H's videos when I shave and sort of shave along with Paul H, just because I enjoy his videos so much. And, but I'm finding other times to watch those now. Okay, for the pickup pass, what I'll often do is I'll squeeze the remaining lather out of the brush. You can see there's quite a bit there. And I'll apply it with my hands, and one of the reasons I do that is it lets me be able to feel if there's any areas I need to pick up. Also, we'll put a little bit up on my nose and a little higher on my face to, let it be sort of a moisturizing face wash, because, your face feels amazing after you use this stuff. So it's a nice way to, to wash your face and get that post-shave feel that you get from some of these great artisan soaps. So yeah, it's a nice way to check for those areas you may need to, go back in and get a hold of. Now for me, when I'm doing that pickup pass, it's a little tempting to chase that BBS, that Baby Bottom Smooth Shave, particularly in this area where I'm at again, that area where the hair there, the whiskers there just swirl in all directions, and it's always seems to be a little bit left there. I do have one razor, and I'll be reviewing it pretty soon, that does tend to get all of it there, and without any kind of irritation. I'm really pleased with that razor. And I'm actually going to start using it as a standard, but I won't talk about that right now. This self-lubricating razor from RazoRock, the first time I used it, I wasn't for sure about it, but now in these subsequent uses, I've used it probably a total of 5-6 times now, and I really like it. It's a nice razor. So yeah, overall great shave. Great feel post-shave, like before any even products on. Feels good. Very happy with that shave. You hear that noise. It sounds like it's hitting whiskers. It's actually not. There's a few like crystals of the alum down in the bottom of that canister, and they're rattling around. And that's what you're hearing. Dry that off to keep it from being, to keep it from sort of eroding faster, and put the cap back on. Now going in with the ubiquitous RazoRock XXX aftershave. Seems like every wet shaver has that. I have the soap too, but I thought that this was the only RazoRock aftershave I believe I have, so at least in a full size, so I used that afterwards. There is a Dead Sea Salt aftershave, but I don't have it and didn't have a sample of it, so you smell that like Paul H. asked you to. A little tribute to Paul H. there. Take a sniff. My wife and daughter think that's funny when Paul does that. So yeah, still in need of a haircut. But yeah, thanks for watching this shave. Maybe you like this new format, and I definitely recommend RazoRock Dead Sea Salt Soap.